what's up, YouTube? Peter Quillin versus Michael Zarafa. Um, if I'm sure I'm saying this name right. Fighting out of Australia, or was it New Zealand? Anyway, they had to medevac him back to wherever he came from, and they had a air medevac that guy out of the damn ring. Um, Man, I don't know if they called the American Red Cross to notify his family of what went on, but they should have because, man, in the fifth round, you know, um, you know, prior to the knockout, it was Zarafa was he wasn't doing too bad, man. He was landing a couple right hands over Quillen's jab. Quillin came out pretty aggressive because Zarafa, his KO percentage wasn't even close to Peter Quillen's. But I think Zarafa had a little bit of power. Maybe he would have gave Quillin a little bit more trouble. But Quillin was just like walking through the punches. He tried rolling with him. He rolled with a few right hands. But to me, Zarafa, he couldn't know it. One thing he couldn't do, he couldn't avoid that left hook to save his life, man. Quillin started landing that left hook. Then all of a sudden, I think in the fifth round, Zarafa, he felt that pressure. He tried to get in exchange with Peter Quillin. And, man, Quillin, lit this man up. Man, this man was falling back into the ropes. And you get to see his eyes, light up as Peter Quillin, launches across the ring. And he throws that right-hand bomb. It's like, boom! He's like, oh, crap, man. You get to see how he saw it coming. And then he just, fell to the down ground, man. He was laying on the ropes and he just slid down like somebody that just shot him or something like that. And he literally just went to sleep. You could just see his eyes closed and he just passed out before the head hits the mat. And they were I don't even think the referee even bothered counting, man. I mean, they had the doctors in there and everything. And they had to stabilize his head and everything. But I was exaggerating. They didn't air medevac him, back home. But he did get taken out in the ambulance, and he's okay. That's good. He's okay. He's all right. I think he messed up by trying to get an exchange with Peter Quillin. But I mean, he had to do something to keep Peter Quillin off of him, because he couldn't avoid that left. That left is dangerous, man. Peter Quillin's left hook is, man, it's like you can't mess with that left hook. Remember what he did to Hassan Adam? He blasted him with that left hook. And that right hand technically has always been there, man. I think it was Fernando Guerrero or something like that. Dude that was fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland. Who was a rising star at one point. And I guess everybody figured he ain't got no chin. And he started getting blasted. Yeah, man. So right after the fight, Peter Quillin he called out Danny Jacobs, or his Daniel Jacobs, and he's the what is he, the WBA champion right now? Yeah, I want to believe he's the WBA champion right now. And they were talking about fighting December 5th. Like I said, man, before the fight, this fight was coming up. I had a feeling this fight was coming up, man. I was like, man, maybe just a warm-up before they fight. And they fighting in December 5th in Brooklyn. I think they already had it, planned out. Peter Quillin, he just had to do his thing. And Daniel Jacobs, in a way, you can sort of say he survived against Mora because he did get knocked down. But I mean, he was in control, but same thing with Peter Quillin. He was so confident that the dude couldn't hurt him. That Daniel Jacobs, he actually got hurt. So in this, man, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know these dudes can bang. When they confident, they let their hands go. During the fight, with Peter Quillin and Zarafa, I felt as if, the thing was, Peter Quillin was getting caught with that jab. He has a good jab, but I don't think I don't think he snaps it back, fast enough in order to avoid someone coming over it. If he misses or something like that, because dude was coming over that left hand really good and landing Peter Quill, landing that right hand a lot. In my opinion, and Quillin, I don't think was defensively responsible enough. I think he should have like spun out more. He was trying to like roll with the punch, like lean back, but I don't know why he did that, man. Oh yeah, man. That's what K9 was doing. K9 tried to do that with Charlo. He just kept getting hit with that right hand, and he didn't spin out at all, which was kind of weird, man. That he would lean like that, even though he's shorter. You get what I'm saying? He's short. I don't know why he like squat down like that. Let's lean over to the lean to his right against a taller fighter who got a devastating right hand. But that's what Peter Quillin was doing. But other than that, I thought to myself, this would be kind of cool if it'd be better if Peter Quillin just applied the pressure, come forward, and not throw the jab and counter Zarafa. And that's what he started doing. That's when you noticed that he started landing that left hook, and he started busting up Zarafa a little bit. I think he was going to the body. But I know that left hand landed a few times, and all of a sudden you saw Zarafa. He tried to get brave, and y'all saw what happened. He got put to sleep. He got a free ride to the hospital. But good thing he's okay, man. He had a chance. He had a chance. He gave himself a chance by stepping in the ring with Peter Quillin. That was brave of him to do that. I'm glad that Peter Quillin and Danny Jacobs are finally getting it on. And I think this is a good year for Peter Quillin, man. He fought Andy Lee to a draw. He got rid of an opponent, Zarafa, in good fashion. And now he's fighting Danny Jacobs. So, Danny Jacobs and Peter Quillin, had two good fights this year. I think Danny Jacobs, who do he have? Caleb Thorax? Or Thor? No, it's Thorax. Caleb Thorax, dude out of Minnesota. And then he had Sergio Mora, the Latin Snake. And so these guys been active, man. Good thing PBC is keeping their guys active, which is good. They're not in tough fights all the time, but they are they are staying active. That's what they got to do. They got to stay active. And I don't think you can fight like the toughest dude out like every single time. I don't think these guys will last too long, but they're getting themselves prepared to fight these big fights, and we don't have these guys having these long layoffs. At least everybody's getting trying to get 3 or 4 fights in, every year. So, once a year, excuse me. If not every year, that'd be nice. But especially on facing top opposition, it's not every 8 months or something like that. But it depends on their health. As long as their health is good, they should stay active and make their money. They want to make money. Peter Quillin, he's 32. I think Daniel Jacobs, 28. So these guys should be fighting for a belt. Daniel Jacobs is kind of chinny, and we seen Peter Quillin go down against Andy Lee. So I'm not gonna make a prediction yet. Maybe later, but let me know what y'all think about the fight, man. Was it warranted? Should Peter Quillin going against somebody else? Are you happy that he called out Danny Jacobs, and Danny Jacobs is, we already knew it was going to happen, man. The color commentators pretty much gave that away. So, but yeah, December 5th, they already had the date and everything out. They just couldn't wait to say it. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.